Hello, my name is James Steed. I'm a professional diver, and I'm here to talk to you about Atomic Aquatics and their T2X regulator. Now, the big thing about our business here is safety. That's what we want to focus on here. And I'm going to tell you a story in regard to safety and why we've been so inspired to do it like this. Now, our owner knew a couple. Their names were Kevin and Rhonda, and they're professional divers as well. They knew what they were doing. They decided they wanted to go dive into kelp forest. For those who don't know what a kelp forest is, what kelp is, it's basically vines that attach to the bottom of the ocean and float to the top, making long ribbons. And these ribbons are very, very thick, and they grow in thickets, so it's hard to move through them. Now, when they go and dive this thing, Kevin pulls a little bit ahead of Rhonda, and Rhonda ends up getting snagged on her first stage, right here in the back of the tank. Now this keeps wrapping around and she's struggling to get free. As you can imagine, trying to reach behind like this and get that kelp off is close to impossible. So in her struggling, she starts to breathe heavier and heavier. It's getting more and more difficult for her to keep her focus just because she's hyperventilating at this point. The regulator isn't allowing her to breathe enough air. She's breathing through a tube that's about this big, and that regulator is not pulling enough air through it. Now she gets lightheaded, and she's feeling more and more struggling. At this point, she sees the deal. The regulator breaks free of the hose, and the hose ends up spiraling out, shooting air everywhere. She's panicked, she's stuck, she can't go anywhere. Now I wish I could say this had a good ending, that Kevin turned around in time, that Kevin did see her and was able to get her to the surface, but I can't. Rhonda didn't make it, she ended up drowning. Kevin got back just seconds too late, and that was that. Now this could have been prevented very easily with more advanced regulatory systems like ours. As you can see here, we have the T2X up there for you to look at. It's very advanced in there. We have a couple different safety features that we put in there to make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else. Now, what is the T2X? Why choose this? It has two stages, the back stage and the front, the breather. Now, both of those are made of titanium. The titanium, in added effort to make sure it doesn't break or anything like that, we make it out of a solid bar. It's not welded together. There are no weak spots on this. Along with that, it has a sand and silt prevention. That means when you're breathing, you're not going to get silt and sand into your hose. It's not going to wear the hose down, and you're not going to inhale silt and sand. It's going to be very harmful, cause you to cough, lose your breath easily.
What's silt?
It's basically sand. Along with that, we have the swivel mouthpiece. Now, the swivel mouthpiece, a lot of people say that's just for comfort. It's not the case. The reason Rhonda's broke is because it wasn't swivel, it's just attached using an adapter. Now that adapter ended up stretching and maneuvering this and ended up breaking. Now with the swivel, the mouthpiece moves. The hose doesn't bend and torque and move, it's just that mouthpiece. Along with that, we have the air control. Automatic air control, you just turn a simple knob, and like a helium balloon, if you try to breathe that in, you can feel the pressure pushing into your lungs, and that makes it much, much easier to breathe. That way, if you get out of breath, you can keep going. Now, opposed to our competitors, the Aris Ion, they have some things that we also have, but of course we are much better than they are. They have nitrox, again, industry standard. That allows you to stay underwater, and most regulators have that. Now, they have the purge button. Again, industry standard for safety. You push that button, you breathe much, much easier immediately, right away. Along with that, they have the molding mouthpiece. Now, this is just for comfort. This is just a luxury. And most places have it because it's not too hard to do. What we have and they don't have, we have that titanium that makes us stronger. It won't break, it won't crack after hundreds of dives. It'll stay with you for a lifetime, leading into the lifetime warranty. We give that lifetime warranty because we won't have to take care of this because it will last you that whole lifetime. Along with that, we have that auto flow feature. The airflow just becomes much, much easier to breathe in and out when you turn it up, or turn it down if you feel like you're breathing too much and you're wasting a lot of your air. Now moving on to the safety, that's really what I'm here to talk to you about, is the safety, how to prevent something like this happening to you. That's what I'm here to sell. I'm not selling you a regulator, I'm selling you safety. Now with this safety, it comes with that purge button that makes sure that you can catch your breath should you get out of breath. It's much, much easier to do that with just to push the button. You just slap your face and you get more air. You have freeze protected, so no matter what kind of weather you go to, if you want to go dive in Antarctica, you can go for it. It's not going to freeze on you. You'll get constant airflow throughout. Along with that, we have that swivel prevention. Again, that'll prevent the hose from maneuvering back and forth from breaking and snapping and ending in a catastrophic failure to get air.
I have a question. In regards to titanium, what does the competitor use instead of titanium?
It's brass. Usually it's brass on the inside. And that'll end up getting varnished, as a matter of fact. It'll end up getting weaker and weaker as the dives go on. It'll get bruised, and it breaks a lot easier than titanium. Now, I want to talk to you, in this industry, we do have the best customer service, but if you take that away, we still have the best product. The best product there is. Now, I want you to go ahead and fill out that form. I want that commitment on the paper so I can get this product to you, this safety that we guarantee to you before your next dive even happens. Thank you.